Hey guys, it's Sam Roberts. And you know, Sam Roberts now has been controlling loneliness across the internet for a long time. But starting now, you can be lonely longer. It's great news. Sam Roberts now goes live at 6 p.m. Eastern over at youtube.com/notsam. Join us earlier to get a lonelier start on the evening. Of course, every episode of Sam Roberts Now goes up at youtube.com/notsam. You can hit the channel anytime you want to watch the shows. But if you want to join us live, if you want to be there with me and with Hot Dog and watching videos and breaking things down and people embarrassing themselves, mainly us, it's the internet's loneliest talk show. youtube.com/notsam. Sam Roberts Now, 6 p.m. Eastern. Hey everybody, happy Lonely Friday. Welcome to Sam Roberts Now. Hope everybody's good. The loneliest talk show in all of the internet is back. Sorry we couldn't be with you on Wednesday, but here we are today on the franchise operational show, the loneliest night of the week, traditionally speaking, Lonely Friday. And of course, since it is a Lonely Friday, the one and only Hot Dog joins us on the Samatron Thunderdome 5000. Hot Dog.
Hey!
I hope
How
this
are you?
lonely evening is treating you well.
I'm good. I'm here by myself, still on quarantine, but I got some Dr. Pepper cream and soda. I just learned about this bitch.
Dr. Pepper. You just said Dr. Pepper cream and soda.
Oh. Is it? Oh, it's cream soda.
Yeah. Can I get a Dr. Pepper cream? Like, wait, a what? Well, you're off to a fine start. You are off to a fine start. I would like to make a big show announcement for this evening. If you're just all starting to come in, if you're starting to watch the show and you're going to hit the like button and you're going to hit subscribe and you're going to turn your alerts on tonight, this evening, we will not be discussing Kanye and Kim's ability to co-parent or lack thereof. That will not be discussed tonight. I can promise you that. Also, why
are we making that promise?
Well, because I am not interested in. I mean, now we're actually getting serious. Like, it's fun to watch Kim Kardashian self-destruct and Kanye West self-destruct, but you're actually talking about the lives of 4 children. Then you're like, wait a minute, there's actually human ramifications to all this. We'll talk about Kanye once the Netflix documentary finally comes out. When that comes out, we'll do a full show about it. Don't worry about that. And speaking of shows and insane celebrity couples, it won't be tonight. It might be on Wednesday. It's going to be a show coming up very, very soon. We are absolutely going to get in to Pam and Tommy. Pam and Tommy on Hulu. It's an entire series, a dramatic series, not a docu-series, but like a scripted series, acted. Sebastian Stan, who, we all stan, I think. I'm a reply guy for Sebastian Stan. He is, he's Bucky, from the Marvel Universe. Yeah. He plays Tommy Lee, and it's the story of Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson, dramatized over, I don't know how many episodes. They just dropped the first 3. I've only seen 2 so far. I'm not ready to actually do a show segment about it yet. I'll give you guys time to watch.
How's Sebastian's penis?
I'm going to tell you that. Let me just say this. All I'm going to say about the show, it's on Hulu. Watch for yourself. Talking penis. Okay? We're only 2 episodes in. That's all I'm going to say. I'm going to tell you right now. Talking penis. Okay? That's it. We'll get to it. We'll get into it on a future episode of Sam Roberts Now. That's why you got to be subscribed. And don't forget to super chat in if you're here for it. If you want your contribution to the show acknowledged, super chat in and give it to me, because we've got bigger fish to fry. Tonight, the news broke this morning via blog. As all good news breaks, Hot Dog, it's official. It was dropped on Rockstar Games' website. Only Rockstar Games is able to make news with a text announcement, white text over a black background. And this is what it said. With the what's next? What's next? with the unprecedented longevity of GTA 5. By the way, that's a really nice way of saying it has been a long time since you put out another game. The only reason that GTA 5 has had unprecedented longevity is because you refuse to update it. With the unprecedented...
that sucker.
I know. Like, just every last drop. There's literally... We're a generation ahead console-wise. When GTA 5 came out, everybody was cool with a PS4 or an Xbox. What was the Xbox equivalent to PS4?
Xbox One, I think.
Whatever it was. I've always been a PlayStation person. But everybody was fine with it. We're an entire generation removed from it. And still, we'll just do updates.
No, we're not. No, we're not. We're 2 generations removed. This game came out for PS3.
GTA 5 came out for PS... No.
Yes, it did.
Oh, shit, you're right. They updated it for PS4, didn't they?
Yeah,
oh, my
and everyone got excited.
Oh, my God, Hot Dog, you're 100% right. I totally forgot because I remember buying the update for it. GTA 5 came out for PS3? That means that it came out for Xbox 360, right?
Yep, came out. I have it open here. Came out 2013.
2013?
Yeah.
That's GTA 5?
Yep. Came out PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, and PlayStation 5.
That is insulting. I mean, talk about milking. People bought 3 copies of that game, and I bet the PS3 version wouldn't play on the PS4, right? You had to update it.
No, of course not. It's not backwards compatible.
No. And the PS5, I think you can play the PS4 version. But you know what I did? I got my PS5. Thank you, Hot Dog, for the help at Christmas. And I hooked it all up and everything. I threw my PS4 into a Tupperware and threw it up in the attic. I'm never going to need this again. I got it all.
Kobe.
Yeah, exactly. Goodbye. Shot it for 3. And I hooked up my PS5 and got it all connected. Started downloading games. I said, do I need to download GTA 5? And you and Travis were like, no. Because I was using the disc. That's how long ago. I was using the PS4 GTA 5 disc. And they were like, no. The discs still work. You know what I just remembered? Like, a couple weeks after I had hooked the whole thing up and everything. All the save game stuff was on the PS4. All the data, yeah. So I would have to restart the entire game from scratch. I'd unlocked like everything.
A little premature, huh?
Yeah. It was all saved on the. It was all saved on the PS4. I would have to redo everything. So I haven't. I'm like I
mean, all you do is just kill pedestrians. So I think you're good.
Well, I had it all set up so I could go to the airport because the way that game works, you have to play the game to unlock the map, and that's why I played the game. I needed the whole map unlocked so I could kill pedestrians everywhere.
All right.
And I don't have to, so instead I've just been unlocking Manhattan and all the different boroughs with Spider-Man. I haven't touched GTA 5. But the fact that I've already touched it on 2 consoles, and I just realized that tonight, maybe I should touch it on a PS5 as well. But they said, they said, as many of you have been asking us about the new entry in the Grand Theft Auto series. How about all of you have been asking us about this? With every new project we embark on, our goal is always to significantly move beyond what we have previously delivered. And we're pleased to confirm, wait a minute, this isn't going to be it, is it? That active development for the next entry in the Grand Theft Auto series is well underway. Active development. It's confirmed. Yeah. We look forward to sharing more as soon as we are ready, so please stay tuned to the Rockstar Newswire. That sounds extreme. For official details, on behalf of our entire team, we thank you all for your support, yada, yada, yada.
Man, that is like the least news announcement you could possibly make for a video game.
No date. No screenshot, no information, no teaser, no nothing. Just a confirmation. Like I would have assumed 5 to 10 years ago. 2013. 9 years ago is when this game came out. I would have assumed for at least 7 years you've been in development on GTA 6. Do you think that they had it almost done and then PlayStation was like, well, the PS5 is about to come out, and they were like, oh man, all right, well, never mind. Back to the drawing board. Yeah, unless maybe they had it done but then it went all 2K20 on them, and they were like, they watched what happened with 2K20, and they were like, we can't. Can you imagine if a new GTA game finally came out and it was shit? I mean, not only would Rockstar as a company cease to exist, but the entire console game industry may burn to the ground. That's how detrimental it would be.
I mean, look, as bad as 2K20 was, they have at least the benefit of it being a yearly, or kind of at this point, semi-yearly installment.
It was
no. You can't fumble the bag on that.
It was yearly until 2K20 came out. It was it was absolutely yearly, and then 2K20 came out, and they were like, "We're gonna take the L and we're gonna sit on the bench for a little while, figure something else out." Did you see the trailer for the NWO version of 2K22?
Looks dope.
NWO footage looks dope. NWO footage looks very, very dope. Yeah, so it's official. GTA 6 is in development.
That is the big news of Friday.
And it's literally like people are throwing parties tonight because Rockstar would at least say it's in development. How could it have not been in development? Why would Rockstar exist? Do you think that anybody at Rockstar was like, I think we're done at 5. I don't think we're going to make any more.
It's Grand Theft Auto, and then it's Red Dead Redemption. After that, what do you got?
And the only reason that Red Dead exists is because Grand Theft Auto was such a success. And honestly, if the reason that Grand Theft Auto 6 hasn't come out is because they've spent so much time with those dumb Red Dead Redemption games, then I'm pissed. Because those games are not as good as GTA at all. Red
Dead Redemption is just them going, you guys want to play Grand Theft Auto, but with cowboys?
It's Grand Theft Auto in the Old West. It's Back to the Future 3. It's literally just Grand Theft Auto in the Old West. You're 100% right. That's all it is.
And there's no way. You saying they might have it, they might have been almost done with the game. There is no way you said an announcement like that.
No, they're not close.
If you're like even past a year of development. They started last week.
Yeah. This game ain't coming out in 2022 or anywhere near it. Nowhere near. I mean, I would predict in July of this year, like it's February, July of this year at San Diego Comic-Con, we'll get a screenshot or a logo. I'll bet it won't even be a screenshot.
Logo.
We will get a logo, and it's not going to have even a subtitle on it. It's not going to be like GTA 6. Go out and get paid. It's not going to have any of that stuff. It's just going to be Grand Theft Auto, Roman numeral 6, and that's going to be the logo, and that will be announced in July. So from now until July, we have this blog post, and then from July until God knows, at least until Christmas, for the rest of the year, easily, we'll have a logo, and that's I would be willing to place money on the fact that that's all we have. And you know what else? I bet we get another GTA 5 update before. I bet this year there's another GTA 5 update.
Got to put something in our plate,
And you know what? I mean, I'll tell you, they're smart. This is how smart they are. This news has made me, even though I would have to go out and beat Grand Theft Auto again because all my save data is on the console that's in the attic, this announcement, it made me read up the blog post because obviously the only part of the blog post that anybody's reading is this one paragraph that says that it's in development, whatever that means.
It's the only reason for that blog post to ever exist.
It's it. But then I scrolled up and they were like, you know what's great is the Dr. Dre add-on. I was like, yeah? It said, what was it called? The Contract. And it's an add-on to GTA 5 where you have to help Dr. Dre find his unreleased music.
Okay.
And I was like, I wasn't going to download it, but maybe I should. And I go, wait a minute, that's what this whole thing is. It's just a thing to get you excited about the Grand Theft Auto world again because you're going to have something to tide you over for the next 2 years. Now that it's confirmed you're going to be thinking about GTA, you got to have something to tide you over. So what if I told you Dr. Dre lost his music and Franklin needed to go out and find it? Oh, I'm listening.
Will you give us $10 for that?
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, how many times has Grand Theft Auto 6 trended in the last couple of years and with zero news?
Zero.
Not even anything.
I mean, it's literally Rockstar being like, we're doing this other game. And they're like, fuck you. What about GTA 6? But you know what? Okay, so you know what my favorite part of this GTA 6 announcement was? I was going through like not the initial tweets. It was announced this morning. And when the initial thing went out this morning, it was all joy, right? It was all good news. It was all, everybody was happy. But by the afternoon, when the news had settled and the good feelings had relaxed a little bit, I started going through, and you know what started trending? Bully 2. They said, how the fuck are you going to give us GTA 6 but not Bully 2? People were pissed. People got angry.
Come on.
People got angry because there's no discussion of the sequel to the game Bully.
The fucking cojones to make an awesome game back in the PS2 day and not follow it up with a sequel.
That's wild. The Bully was PS2, and people loved that game.
Yeah.
Remember, people,
man, now you mentioned Bully too. I would love a fucking sequel to Bully.
People were so scared. Like, Bully was so controversial when it first came out because people thought it was literally Columbine the game. They were like, what?
Yeah.
You can't put, and it wasn't at all. It was literally a guy Jim Norton in a cardigan or a sweater vest skateboarding around and, like, you know, shooting spitballs at people. There was no guns or anything in it. But it was a dope ass game.
Makers of Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. If you saw Columbine, what? yeah, it was great. But, you know, I'm not one of the people that was sitting there going, well, GTA 6 is all well and good, but we need another Bully. I'm good. I'd be fine if they didn't do another Red Dead Redemption. But I don't have the patience.
Nah, you gotta. I love my cowboy games.
I don't have the patience for it. I just, you know, I can't.
Why don't you like the cowboy games?
Well, I can't get, because they go like this: spend the next 7 hours hunting for deer, and I'm like, no, no, you know, I can't.
You gotta kill bears.
Like,
they attack you.
Open world games are fun when the world has been developed, right? Open world games to me are less fun when it's just landscapes, and you're like, somebody build something, please. Put up a building. That's why I like Spider-Man. They're like, go to Harlem. I'm like, cool, I'll go to Harlem. I'll go to the West Side. I went to your house in Spider-Man the other day. I thought it was
Awesome.
great. Yeah. Yeah, I was in Times Square. I was going to the top of that building. Like, open world games where there's something to do every 15 feet, that's great. Open world games where the land has yet to be developed, where the settlers haven't come yet, I don't need it. Especially because at least in, like, Grand Theft Auto, where it's LA, I can get on the highway and I can get in a real fast car and just go from one end of the city to the other in no time flat.
I can't get a horse, bro.
A horse. And they're like, here's 2 miles of open field before your next thing. Enjoy this horse ride. And, like,
Yeah. You get tired.
But that's what I'm like. I'm sitting there, like, and they're like, but look at what the developers did. Look at the landscapes that they made. This is beautiful. Video games are art.
Not only the landscapes, but like the habitat with the animals interacting with each other, and there's a whole ecosystem and all of that. It's beautiful. It's a lot of work.
This is like when a filmmaker is being complimented on the cinematography of the movie, and I'm like, yeah, but you didn't write a story. This is a boring movie. This movie sucks. You're jerking off to yourself because you think it's so great. Like, to me, Red Dead Redemption is the developers being like, look how great we are. And I'm sitting there going like, yeah, who can I shoot? What can I do here? They're like, look, we can animate a big field. Look at where the badgers hang out with each other. And I'm like, badgers? We don't need no stinking badgers. Give me a storyline. Give me some action. Give me something to do.
Here's what you can do in Red Dead that you can't do in GTA though.
What?
You can kill the KKK.
I'm down with that.
That's always fun.
I'm cool with that. Yeah. Me and Ezra Miller, like, we're down with that, killing the KKK. Yeah. But, like,
yeah, you're going through the woods in the middle of the night, and then you see like a Klan rally going on there, and you start popping off.
That's awesome. But I feel like in Red Dead, you have to do so much more work to get to the fun stuff. Like, I like video games, like I like fast food. I like video games for stupid people, where it's just like, I got 15 minutes to get some joy out of this, and I'm gonna be able to get a whole experience, not just like, okay, I got 15 minutes. Let me jump on the back of this horse and go halfway. I don't even get to where I'm going. Can I pause and just save it from the middle of this field? No. Okay, great. But then it was for nothing.
And you got to be careful because those crocodiles fuck you up.
I don't want to deal with crocodiles. I tried. I really tried with Red Dead 2. I said enough of it. I can't be an idiot with these video games, but I am. I'm an idiot with video games. I need to have my senses excited. And I can't, I don't have that in me. I can't just sit there and appreciate the quality, that the art that these game makers have made for me. I think it's a scam. I think they're scamming me.
Here's my dream. Here's my wish for Grand Theft Auto 6, by the way, because you need a theme. One of the games is like just kind of fake New York, and the other games like LA and all that stuff.
Yeah.
What if the next game is New Mexico, Albuquerque, and you kind of have like a little crystal meth thing going on? Maybe a little Breaking Bad influence. Wouldn't that be awesome?
Now we're talking, because this is the other conversation about GTA 6. Where does it land? Okay, because GTA 3 was New York. GTA 4 is Los Angeles, right? GTA 4 is New York. No. GTA 5 is Los Angeles. It's been so long since they put out a game, I forgot. But they've also scattered in like the other games that they've done in the meantime. Like they did Vice City Stories, which was Scarface. They did San Andreas, which was Boys in the Hood. Like, they've done those. So that, to me, is a big question. I love the idea because I feel like as much as they need, I think there's a good chance that GTA 6 is going to be New York because they do need a revamped version of New York with the graphics engines and everything that they'll be using. But I would like something different, and it's got to be vast, right? Like, if GTA 6 is New York, like Westchester and Hoboken both have to be in there. Like it's got to be that big.
That's a big wish.
Yeah. Like you got to be able to get at least into Pelham. At least like Pelham, Yonkers, and you got to be able to cross the bridge into Hoboken. Like you have to, because otherwise we're treading territory that we've already treaded upon before. It's got to be big. The game has to be huge. I like the idea of New Mexico. You probably will have multiple characters like you had in GTA 5. You could choose to either be, I don't know, maybe a impish former high school teacher that lives with a family, maybe a individual that used to live in Mexico that now runs a successful chain of fast food chicken restaurants. Maybe you
lends itself to GTA so well.
It really does.
Breaking Bad story.
It really does, especially, and you talk about being vast, especially if you can get into Mexico, and like you can see, the guy who played Manolo in Scarface, who was the cartel boss.
Yeah.
If there was a character like him, like I'm down for that. My thought, because I was thinking the same thing, like the location and everything. I would kind of love it if they really tested the loyalty of their audience and they were like, GTA 6 is the entire state of Ohio. like it's Ohio. It's like you can go to Cleveland, you can go to Cincinnati, because there is crime in Ohio. What if it's just all of Ohio? Or maybe it's like Chicago would be cool. Chicago would be a good city to do it in. But then it's also all the surrounding, like you could get to Indiana. You know what I mean? Like you can like a real Midwest game. So it's like not only are you dealing with high crime, like serious gang, high profile stuff, but also all the shitheads like in the outskirts, like all like the high school gang nonsense.
What's the state where all the Mormons live? It's,
Idaho or Utah? Utah. I would love that.
That's how you test people.
GTA 6 Utah, where it's like we're busting people for polygamy. Got to go find another wife to marry. Like what? Yeah. I'd be down. Okay, yeah, I wouldn't. Maybe it'll be LA again, but they'll open it up to Mexico. I feel like Mexico's going to be involved. Oh, you know what would be great? You know what would really be great? If they did the entire state of Florida. That's the way to go, I think. If they did the entire state of Florida, so you could get like the nightlife and the cocaine and everything in Miami. Like everything that Billy Corben has ever done a documentary about, you could highlight in the Miami section. But then you've got like the tourist and the seedy motels and stuff in Orlando. You've got all like the meth and the bath salts and everything. I think the entire state of Florida could be a lot of fun. Getting into Tallahassee, like, you know what I mean? Like getting really southern. I bet you could probably find some KKK spots in Florida where you could incorporate that Red Dead Redemption. Yeah, why not? It's a fun part of Red Dead. So yeah.
Well, we only have to wait, maybe 4 years for a teaser trailer, and then we'll know exactly where they're going to land.
That's true. Well, we can speculate again once they put out the innocuous logo. In 7 months. Yeah. Big J21, and by the way, this is not a super chat. You guys should be super chatting in if you'd like to contribute tonight. Every single super chat will get acknowledged. Big J21 says GTA Narcos. What if they just did Colombia? What if they just did Colombia? If it was the whole, and it was like Pablo Escobar's Colombia, like it was 1970s, 1980s, probably 1980s Colombia.
It doesn't have to be the United States, right?
No.
You can get out of there.
That would be fun if it was Colombia and it was like government bombings and stuff. Because Escobar's Colombia was a wild ass time, like GTA Medellin.
I was watching Narcos when I was watching Narcos season 1 and 2.
Yeah,
I had to stop every now and then and be like, okay, was this real?
Yeah.
They did that to a plane.
By the way, has there ever been more of a drop-off show ever? Like Narcos season 1 and 2 was like the greatest thing ever, and then you never watched it again.
Yeah, they got the guy from Ant-Man, the Mexican dude, to lead season 3, season like Narcos Mexico. It just wasn't.
Honestly, like once Pablo Escobar is done, it's like it was the Escobar show, you know.
They're trying to get to El Chapo. I think they're
that could be fun.
Building towards that.
That could be fun. I think, yeah, you know what? Realistically, as much as I would love GTA Ohio or GTA Florida, it'll probably either be Mexico or Colombia, and probably Colombia. Mexico would be cool because there'd be like you could get maybe into Texas a little bit, but probably Colombia.
You got a solid fucking story with Colombia.
Yeah. I'll tell you what news did break, and I will tell you this. If 2023 is the year that GTA 6 comes out, which is a big leap, it's probably going to be at least 2024, if not further. Yeah. But whatever year it comes out, we could be looking at the mark of the beast because part 6 is going to be big. This week, we've already got 2 6s out of the 3. Okay. GTA 6 is the first 6 in the demonic trilogy. You know what the second 6 is? Confirmed. Scream 6 is confirmed. I'm so excited. Again, a part 6 that we don't know a lot about. What we do know is that the directors and the screenwriters, the whole creative team behind this last version of Scream that came out in theaters and made $100 million, which is why they're like, yeah, let's do another one right away. That whole team is coming back for another installment of the Scream movie. And, I mean, look, very few horror franchises are batting the average that Scream is batting. When you look down the line, it's like Scream 1, maybe the most perfect movie ever. Scream 2, absolutely fantastic. Scream 3, not the greatest thing in the world. Scream 4, better than Scream 3. Scream 5, almost as good as the first one, probably as good as the second one. So that's an average of it, maybe not great, but an average of very good, which no horror franchise has that average. Even Final Destination does not have that average. And the fact that we're on an Go ahead.
Don't you get scared, though, when they greenlight a movie that quickly after, like, a big success at box office?
I do. Look, it's usually a bad sign when you greenlight a movie specifically based on money that the other one made. Like, there is no creative planned for it. And let's be honest. Halloween, the last remake of Halloween was incredible. And I loved the movie. It deserved to make all the money. Once it made all the money, they greenlit a sequel. They greenlit 2 sequels. And the first one came out, Halloween Kills, and it sucked. So that happens. And I'm sitting there going, it's not going to suck because this remake that they just made didn't suck at all. It brought back the franchise. And they were like, well, here's what happened. We agreed to make a movie before there was a script. And it sucked.
Right.
Yeah, it sucked. Halloween Kills sucked. So, but if they said we're going to do 2 sequels, so there's going to be Scream 5, 6, 7, that's going to be the new trilogy, I'd go, uh-oh. But because what inevitably happens is they write Scream 7 and Scream 6 just becomes filler. I don't know, it'll just be a bridge.
Right.
And it's you have to pay, and people are like, that's okay. It's not okay. You can't write an entire movie as a bridge. It's not, it's a movie. You have a you got a movie. You got a responsibility. But no, I'm not a pessimist about this. Scream has never failed me. Scream has never fully disappointed me. Scream maybe has not every single movie is the greatest thing ever, but there's no bad Scream movies. Not one. So the fact that there are 0 bad Scream movies and the people behind it, and this is what makes me feel good, Hot Dog. The executive producer of the Scream that came out this year and Scream 6 is Kevin Williamson, and he's the original he created Scream with Wes Craven. So he's been behind the franchise from the beginning. So the fact that he is still on board is very good. It's the same writers as this Scream, which is good because it was really well done. The directors are the same directors who also did Ready or Not. Ready or Not was good. Scream 5 was good. It's a lot of people would be shooting themselves in the foot if Scream 6 sucked.
Yeah.
What
if a couple of months later you hear director such and such just out for creative reasons?
Don't even say it. Don't even.
Isn't that the telltale sign?
Always. Immediately, no. Abandoned ship. Abandoned ship. Do not make this movie. Because that's the other problem. If you just make a garbage Scream 6 just because, you fucked up the whole franchise. No, we had it. We were the one horror franchise that wasn't messing up. Why did you do that? You see how much money it made? Why?
You hear that all the time. This director or this producer is out. But don't worry. We got this new director, and he's going to handle it just fine.
It'll be even better. Don't worry. We got Joss Whedon coming in. It's going to be great. Oh, no. Remember Buffy? You liked Buffy, right? Well, yeah, I liked Buffy. But yeah, no. That would be bad. And it's hard to have that discipline. Even as a fan, it's hard to have that discipline to go of course I want more. And it's I had enough. I had already had enough. I shouldn't have asked for more. But look, now I'm excited about it. They said there's no plot because they haven't written it yet. There's no cast. We don't know exactly where it'll fall in timeline. I would assume it will be a direct sequel to Scream 5. That's just an assumption based on the movie that I saw. And production is supposed to start this summer. Again, even if they just say, we got everybody on board, but actually production is going to be delayed, it's not going to start this summer, that would worry me. Anything that sets it off course would be uh-oh. But Scream 5, not only was it an excellent movie, but the new characters that it introduced were strong. The new cast was strong. They didn't rely, Scream 4, ultimately, the drawback of that movie was it was fully reliant on Sidney Prescott, on Dewey, on Courtney Cox, on the old cast. This Scream 5, it used the old cast. It did what wrestling is supposed to do. It brought the legends in to put the new cast over. And so, I feel like if you're going to do Scream 6 right, what you're going to have is even a smaller sprinkling of Gail Prescott, of Gail Weathers and Sidney Prescott. If it's up to me, you do it like Three's Susie or whatever, Three's Company, when the one girl wasn't allowed on set anymore. Suzanne Summers. Just do it over the phone. Sidney Prescott doesn't even have to come back. Gail Weathers doesn't even have to come back. Let the town solve it on their own this time because you got a strong cast. Bring the cast members back that survived Scream 5 and kind of start the franchise going in that direction. I feel like if you do that, a little bit of Sidney, a little bit of Gail, you don't need to kill him. You don't need to do anything dramatic. That's what Halloween tried to do. They said, oh, we're going to make a big splash. We're going to kill Jamie Lee Curtis. That movie sucked. Don't kill him. Don't kill him. Don't even make them central characters to Scream 6. Make it all about the new people and start telling the new story. If you can do that and you can do it effectively, you're on to something. If not, we're all screwed.
And you're this deep in. You're heading into the 6th one. You don't want to screw up at 6.
You can't. You can't. Nobody does 5 right. Nobody does all 5 right. So the fact that you're there, you can't screw up at 6. I'm going to tell you what else you can't screw up. It's really important not to screw up Valentine's Day. Hot dog, of course you can't screw up Valentine's Day, so you're going to need something like this. We got you covered. Steven Singer's Gold Dipped Roses. Even Hot Dog is going to be able to find himself a Valentine this year because of Steven Singer's Gold Dipped Roses. Now, you could get the one that I have, and by the way, they all come with an amazing rose scent. So this is a real rose, right? It's a real rose, but it's dipped in pure 24-karat gold, which means it lasts forever. If I wanted to put this rose on my desk, it'll last longer than a chicken McNugget from McDonald's. It'll be there even after I'm dead. Talked to Steven Singer this week on Jim and Sam. He said there are people who buy them for funerals, throw them on the casket. Guess what? Your loved one's body will be rotted away before this rose is. Isn't that incredible? Isn't that romantic? And you can have one for Valentine's Day starting at just $59. $59 with free shipping at IHateStevenSinger.com. And you don't even have to get the red one. I have the red one because I'm a traditionalist. But Steven comes out with a new exclusive rose color every year. This year it's Emerald City Green. Picture this, all that 24-karat gold, but instead of red, green and sparkly for your loved one. I mean, I don't know that you could do any better. It's the way I would go. Matter of fact, Jess's Valentine's Day gift, you're looking at it. I'm taking it right off the desk, bringing it upstairs, going, Happy Valentine's Day. It's coming up soon. Valentine's Day is right around the corner. Don't wait. This is your last chance. I want you to order by 2 p.m. Eastern on Thursday, February 10th. You order, and that's like, that's this Thursday. This Thursday, February 10th, get that order in, and you will still get your rose in time for Valentine's Day with free shipping. Free! Real jewelers, real roses for your real love. Just go to IHateStevenSinger.com. IHateStevenSinger.com. Do it by this Thursday to get it with free shipping. It'll be so worth it. Hot dog, I'm sure that that's your plan. I mean, I can't imagine you doing anything else.
I'm going to be dialing that Emerald Rose.
Be dialing or typing. IHateStevenSinger.com. It's going to be great. Speaking of horror movies and Scream 6 and everything, I do want to tell you guys that we will be doing another horror movie franchise breakdown very, very soon. Like, probably, maybe within the next 2 weeks, we're going to break down the entire Texas Chainsaw Massacre franchise. And that's going to be complicated because there's a lot of remakes and a lot of prequels. It goes Texas Chainsaw Massacre from 1974. Then Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2, that was in the 80s. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, Leatherface, was in the 90s. Texas Chainsaw Massacre, The Next Generation with Matthew McConaughey was also in the 90s. Then you get to the 2000s, you get the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Then you have a prequel to the Texas Chainsaw Massacre remake. Then I think you have a sequel remake. I don't know. There's like 7 or 8 different Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. It's insane. But the reason we have to do this is because there's another Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie coming out. Netflix is getting it. It's coming out 2 weeks from today, I think.
Nice.
This one is a direct sequel to the original, but it takes place in current day. So I guess the idea is that Leatherface hasn't done anything really since 1974 when he did the original Texas.
50-year gap, right?
Yeah, 74, 84, 94,
Jesus.
2004. Yeah. So there's about a 50-year gap. He's been chilling. He's an old man at this point, but he still wears flesh for a face. And basically, he lives in like an abandoned ghost town in Texas. And a bunch of social media influencers, because it's current day, they all show up to this spot and they bring him out. You know, he just wants to be left alone. They bring him out, so there's a Texas Chainsaw Massacre that happens all over again. Of course, I haven't seen the movie. It doesn't come out till the 18th. I don't know if Leatherface has been murdering over the last 50 years or if he got the murders out of his system or why he would have gotten the murders out of his system. This is another one that the producer of this movie made Don't Breathe. And Don't Breathe is great. It's about the blind ex-military guy who the kids break into his house, except his other senses are so keen that he's able to lock them in his basement and like hunt them down, even though he can't see. Like he turns off the lights so they can't see, and now he's hunting them down. It is weird. And I don't know if like Hollywood is this basic, but I was thinking about it and I'm like, okay, so Leatherface has to be minimum 75 years old at this point. So like
Right.
minimum
50 years.
I mean, he's probably closer to 80 at this point.
Unless they say Leatherface was a teenager. Do they retcon it?
Yeah,
He's
I mean,
in
it's
his
hard to
60s.
believe that Leatherface in 1974 was a teenager. And we'll go over that. Hot Dog, I expect you to watch a lot of these Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies if we're going to do the franchise breakdown. At least watch the
I
first
haven't even
one.
watched the first one.
Okay,
So I will.
Watch the first one before we do it. We'll probably do it in 2 weeks. We'll probably do it on the 18th. And yes, Nathan Gerald just super chatted in. Tell me John Larroquette will be joining. John Larroquette did the original voiceover narration of the first one. Yo, yeah, John Larroquette will be joining. John Larroquette is back to do a voiceover in this one. And anything John Larroquette is associated with, I don't mind associating myself with them. But yeah, so I mean, there's a lot of questions to be answered. And it's ironic, too, to me. And again, I don't know if Hollywood is this basic, but do you think that they go, okay, we saw Don't Breathe. This retired blind military guy who's obviously an old man. They made him scary. So we want Leatherface to come back as an old man. Let's get the person who can make old men scary. Like, do you think it's just this is now going to be this guy's beat? Like when you want a low-budget, high-concept horror movie, you call James Wan. When you want a good ghost movie, you call James Wan. He cornered the market on both those things. When you need, a Scream movie, you call the guys from Ready or Not now. When you need an old man horror movie monster, do you call this guy? Maybe that's what they do in Hollywood. I don't know. But I thought,
Yeah, like we want this movie with like the face fresh paint. coat.
yeah, fresh
We know
paint
that.
coat.
Yeah.
Fresh paint coat.
Yeah. Fresh paint.
Dr.
coat.
Pepper, cream and soda. I thought we should watch the trailer. You want to watch the trailer, Hot Dog?
Yes, sir.
This is the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre coming out. Oh boy. Car crash.
Very strong.
Very strong. Now, I don't know when looking at this car crash. Obviously this isn't the actress from the original, but this scene looks very much like the ending of the first Texas Chainsaw Massacre where Marilyn Burns, who plays Sally, escapes, spoiler alert, from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre house in the back of a pickup truck. So the fact that this is another blonde with blue eyes, the fact that it's in a pickup truck and the pickup truck has crashed, I wonder if this is a flashback to 1974 or if this is current day. Again, going back to Hot Dog's point about retconning, did they take an actress to portray the original and redo, like, this is what happened immediately after the ending, and now let's go way into the future. She's screaming. There's old Leatherface, Hot Dog. There he is. in all the cornfield. I mean, if you're going to wear some, I guess, because I'm looking at the fact that his hairline is receding. And trust me, if anybody's going to be sensitive about a receding hairline, I'm that guy. But Leatherface wears other people's faces. So you would think, I mean, I guess, like,
It's
so
a choice at this point.
yeah, I mean, because if you look at it, clearly this is somebody else's flesh on his face. And it goes all the way up to his natural hairline. I feel like if I was Leatherface, I'd kill somebody whose hairline was like down here and then keep their hair. You know what I mean? Like when I peeled the flesh off their skull, I'd kind of go the whole way. Almost make like a luchador mask out of the flesh instead of just the front of the face. Like cover the whole face and wear the other person's hair. That way your old man hair isn't showing.
Right. I mean, obviously, if you're going to wear people's skin and stuff, you want to look good.
I mean, if you're already at that point, like if you're gonna wear another person's flesh, you're probably okay with wearing their hair too.
Yeah, get some fashion sense.
But there he is. It's an interesting choice too, because a lot of times people don't want to do a big reveal of what because obviously people would be curious. What does Leatherface look like now, all these years later? And they let that go within the first 20 seconds of the trailer. That's a bold choice. I don't mind it, but it's a bold choice. Let's keep it going. Netflix. See, now this makes me feel like that either that's the ending of the movie or that's the beginning. I don't know why old man Leatherface would be there, though. I don't know.
So Harlow is a ghost town.
No, I don't need that CC on. I don't need those captions.
We have a vision for this place.
No, never mind. It's too complicated.
Needs is young blood.
I
There it
don't want
is.
to live here. This is a chance for people to start fresh somewhere safe. Hey guys,
The fact that they're saying this is a chance for people to start fresh somewhere safe. Do you think that they're like SJWs that are like trying to find housing that people can live in? Like there's this ghost town and they're like, what if we repair the ghost town and poor people can live there? And then they get killed by Leatherface. That's kind of cool.
Or maybe it's all the canceled people going somewhere to start new.
Wouldn't that be great? Whoopi Goldberg's like, I'm only here for a couple weeks. I'm not staying here permanently. I am not hanging out forever. Yeah. And Louis C.K. is like, can I leave? And we're like, no, Louis. Why? I mean, why? At this point, can I just? No, I don't know. I don't know why you're still here, Louis, but you got to stay. You were early in this. Yeah, and you got, what's his name? The senator who used to be on SNL, who was like touching butts or whatever. Al Franken. Al Franken is like, I volunteered to come here and you guys won't let me leave. So I know, Al, like, I don't even, like, you shouldn't have been here to begin with.
I'll go sit next to Cosby over there.
Yeah, maybe. Cosby's like, I'm okay. Like, this is probably where I should be. This isn't that bad.
Let's start.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you wonder. Because, like, for instance, there's a great movie by Eli Roth called The Green Inferno. It's a cannibal movie. And it's great because it's a bunch of college kids and they end up going to the Amazon rainforest and a tribe of cannibals finds them and eats them. But the reason they're going to the Amazon rainforest is because they're like SJW types that go to save the rainforest. Like they're going to handcuff themselves to trees so that big business can't come and cut the trees down. And they have all these great, like, young, sort of good intentions of changing the world. And then cannibals eat them. And they're like, oh, man. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe that'll play a part in this.
you should see this.
That looks like the original house, by the way. So I'm assuming maybe the ghost town was built around the original house because in the original film, the house is fairly removed from everything.
What are you doing in our house?
Ooh, our house.
You really shouldn't be here.
A family lives in the house. That's definitely the house, because that's the kitchen where Leatherface hung up a couple of the people on meat hooks while they were still alive. Yeah, it wasn't a pleasant scene. And that's 74, bro. That's before any of this gore porn was happening. That's nuts. Yeah, that's bad news. By the way, this isn't one of the key parts of Texas Chainsaw Massacre is the uncle working in the gas station store and the guy. I hope that they're going to get into all the sort of tropes, because Texas Chainsaw Massacre gave us a lot of tropes that are used throughout slasher movies even to this day. So I do hope that all of that's back. Oh boy, Leatherface is in the pan. That sucks. Imagine just being in a house like, this house is kind of creepy, and Leatherface's reflection is behind you like, oh shit, I need to trust my instincts more.
Yeah, it's a good confirmation.
Yeah, that's bad.
Oh my God.
Oh boy. Hiding under the bed. That'll probably help. Oh yeah, that's the other thing. Leatherface, they just showed him flashing a sledgehammer. Like, Leatherface is also good with a sledgehammer. Like, he will sledge somebody to death. But then there's also like this really twisted scene where they have their grandpa, who's like basically dead. Like, he's basically a corpse, but I guess is being kept alive by being fed blood or whatever. Like, tries to clobber somebody with a sledgehammer but has no strength. So you just see, like, you just start picturing like just weak thuds with a sledgehammer. Like, how much it would suck to be killed because of 200 weak shots with a sledgehammer. Like, it's just a slow, awful, painful death. Oh, that was gory for a trailer. Oh boy. Did you see that chainsaw, hot dog? Did you see that chainsaw just fall?
I saw it.
You found the chainsaw.
This is Hardesty.
Sally, I'm afraid your old friend's back.
50 years I've been
Okay.
waiting for this night.
50 years I've been waiting. Okay, this feels a little derivative of Halloween. 50 years I've been waiting for this night. I guess this is Sally. This is the Marilyn Burns character. It's not the same actress, but this is Sally, who I guess is going to come back to avenge what happened to her. All of her friends got killed in the original. So I guess she's going to try to save these kids, but it feels a little exactly the same as what happened in the Halloween remake.
50 years, move on, dude.
To be fair, all of her friends did get killed, including Franklin, who was in a wheelchair. It was a bummer. But I'm probably in the same category as you, hot dog. If I'm a lady in my 70s, I'm probably not waiting to hunt this guy down.
Just to see him again.
Who?
Leatherface.
Leatherface. I don't know that, watching like a young lady get chased around by like a virile, scary horror movie guy is exactly the same as watching a 70-year-old woman get chased around by a 70-year-old monster. You know, like a geriatric slasher movie. This is gonna be interesting. This is gonna be interesting to see how far they can push this. Because Michael Myers, at least even though he's old, there's something supernatural about him. There's nothing supernatural about Leatherface. Leatherface is not a supernatural villain. He's just big and strong and not mentally competent and eats people and wears their flesh.
And maybe the last 50 years he's kept in great shape.
Yeah. Maybe. Maybe eating people is good for you. I don't know. I've never done it. The face of madness.
Looks like it's you that he
I
wants.
guess. Flesh.
I'm not gonna let him kill you.
Okay.
You're no evil.
Oh boy.
You're no evil.
Whoa. A lot of neon there. Oh, that's funny.
Trying to get you canceled, bro.
Oh, canceled. He said canceled.
Oh, fuck.
I like that.
That's right, you lib cuck.
I like that. That's one for the lib cucks. You can't cancel culture versus chainsaw culture. Chainsaw culture is going to win every time. Every time. It would be funny if they tried to cancel Texas Chainsaw Massacre because it's insulting people that try to cancel people by chainsawing them.
Leatherface said this is what happens when you go woke.
This is where Leatherface is back, and he's here to kill woke people. All right, I'm here. I'm here for it. I'm excited about it. I think it could be good. I think it could, and it's another one where they're sitting there saying, well, ignore all the other movies. You go from the first one, and then every other Texas Chainsaw Massacre that's ever been made, you just ignore. So
I like that. I like when series do that. They realize, look, we're not gonna.
Yeah, I kind of do too.
In here.
I kind of do too. I like when they go like, you're like, well, all the other movies suck, and they're like, yeah, they never happened. Don't worry about that. We don't talk about old shit, you know? Don't worry about that. That's Bruno, and we don't talk about Bruno. Okay, all right, fine. Fine, all right.
Are your kids obsessed with that?
Bro, it's Encanto 24/7 in this house.
Awesome.
Have you seen it?
Yeah, of course I saw it.
I mean, why? You don't have kids.
I went to the theaters to see it
No.
Yeah.
When?
months ago, bro, when it came out.
Oh, okay. I thought you might have gone this week, gave everybody COVID. You saw Encanto in a theater?
I saw it, yeah, Enter and Alina.
You like just the two of you? Was it a date?
No, just we were gonna as 20-year-olds do. We went and we watched a Disney movie.
You're 30, and it's creepy. Like you're at the age where if you're walking into a Disney movie just because it's fun and you want to see it, you should be put on a list. You know, like the neighbors should be alerted, just so you know he's 30 and likes to go to Disney movies by himself.
If it was solo, I would agree. But if there's a girl there,
You have a lady. Okay.
it's okay.
Did you like the movie?
I liked it. I liked it a lot.
You didn't see Scream.
No, but I saw Encanto.
All right. I guess that's you. I guess that's you to a T, isn't it? Man. Well, look, I mean, we're getting to that time, but these celebrities and their NFTs, have you seen what's going on, bro? Like Brie Larson, who like just stan culture loves Brie Larson, is fine. Like people are like, no, not you too, Brie Larson. Brie Larson put up this thing that said new profile pic, and she's joined this cult of people who got a Flower Girls NFT. So her profile pic on Twitter is now an NFT that she owns, and she's joined this like so it's the celebrity crew. Everybody thinks that woke people are going to destroy. Woke people aren't going to do anything. Woke people, it's fine. Like, let people be woke. Enjoy themselves. Like, it's all good. You know who's going to really cost you everything? These celebrity NFT people that are going to convince people who should not be investing in NFTs to invest in this. It feels like a scam. It doesn't seem right. It seems so harmful to see all these celebrities. It's Brie Larson, Gwyneth Paltrow, Matt Damon, Paris Hilton, Jimmy Fallon, all of them. Reese Witherspoon. Look at this Reese Witherspoon tweet from a couple of weeks ago. Reese Witherspoon wrote, in the near future, every person will have a parallel digital identity. Avatars, crypto wallets, digital goods will be the norm. Are you planning for this? And by the way, her profile picture is one of the same NFTs that Brie Larson got. You don't have to be wearing a tinfoil hat to think that maybe these people are talking to each other, and that maybe the curators of these NFT projects and the people that release these NFT projects are going to celebrities and going, hey, you should talk about this. Like when
No way she wrote that.
No way. And even if she did, she got paid to write it. The celebrity, when all the celebrities start talking about the same cologne, start wearing the same sneakers, start wearing the same designers.
Vans.
It's a thing. Like it's a thing. It's an organized commercial. It's a commercial. That's what it is. But when it's clothing, it's kind of okay, right? Because people aren't like going to lose their livelihood on clothing. But we've gotten to a point now where celebrities are like trying to direct your financial investments. It's one thing, like Gwyneth Paltrow, who you may remember from Shakespeare in Love or from the woman who sells candles that smell like her vagina. I don't mind if Gwyneth Paltrow wants to sell vagina candles, okay? Because nobody's losing their house because of a vagina candle. If you want to sell a vagina candle and people are going to buy those vagina candles, then sell them all you want. But when you're sitting there going, now I'd like to give you some financial advice. Now I'd like to give you some investing advice. Everybody's going crazy, right? Going, Joe Rogan is a menace to society. People have gone so far as to say that Joe Rogan is killing people because of what he's saying he has done to medicate himself away from COVID, following his doctor's orders, from talking to doctors, from talking about medical stuff and COVID. and vaccines. They're saying that Joe Rogan is destroying people. But these celebrities that are sitting here and telling people to invest insane money, tens, if not hundreds of thousands of dollars, into these digital NFTs that have no stability to them, are not harmful. And we're not sitting here questioning the fact that if the celebrities, hot dog, here's how NFTs work. If you get a ton of people to buy NFTs and you already own an NFT, then you have raised the market. They're creating a demand for this thing so that the value of the thing that they bought increases. They're using their celebrity status to convince you that you should listen to them for financial advice so that the thing that they invested in becomes more valuable.
Oh, you don't got to tell me, Sam. I know all about my NFTs.
Yeah, I know. I don't have to tell you. That's why when you came in with an NFT, that's why you could trust me. You could trust Norton. You could trust what we do. Because Hot Dog came in with an NFT going like, no, this is that new. And we were like, get that bullshit out of here. It's the worst Christmas gift you could ever present. And you were like, why? I paid some guy just to make it. You might as well have gone to Fiverr and just gotten somebody to do a video message for somebody. That's how much it's worth. And then, I mean,
There's only...
Go ahead.
I was going to say there's only one celebrity institution that I trust for my finance. That's Wu-Tang Financial.
Wu-Tang Financial, because it's for the children. And that's what you're looking for. I saw this story. You know StockX, the big sneaker selling website? You buy they're a reselling website basically. You buy sneakers from Nike, you can resell them on StockX, and they've just expanded and expanded and expanded. It's where people go to.
It's not even just sneakers anymore, right?
Not at all. Not at all. You can go and sell PS5s. Like everybody sells PS5s on StockX. MacBooks. Now that there's a chip shortage on MacBooks, so you can't get them, you can sell them on StockX. Lego sets you can sell on StockX. You know, like limited edition toys and stuff. You can sell those on StockX. And you know what they've gotten into?
NFTs, baby.
NFTs. It came out today that StockX is getting sued by Nike because StockX released this thing, right? And here it is. You can see it. Where they are sneaker NFTs. They are called Vault NFTs. And this is, and it doesn't make any sense to me, so I may be explaining it wrong. But the Vault NFTs, they make it so that when you buy the NFT, you also get access to the physical shoe. So if I buy, what am I wearing? This is a little embarrassing. It's not the hottest heat ever. But if I buy the NFT to this Reebok pump, right? Then I can cash in my NFT to get the Reebok pump whenever I want. So it's like they're saying that you'll get the NFT, so it'll increase in value, but also if you want the physical thing to go with it, that is waiting for you. Now, keep in mind.
Wait, you have to trade in the NFT to get the sneaker, or
I believe
you have the NFT and the sneaker.
I think you traded it. I don't know for sure.
What?
It's a crazy thing.
That would be ridiculous.
Maybe you. Well, here's the okay. Even if let's say you keep the NFT, because maybe you keep the NFT, because I'm looking at it, and it would only make sense if it was like less expensive, or if you were like, I'll buy the NFT now because it's at regular price now, and I think the sneaker's going to go up. So I'll trade in the NFT in 6 months when the sneaker's more expensive. You see what I'm saying? So I'm selling low. I'm buying low, but I'm going to get the sneaker when it's high. Except the NFTs cost like literally, there are some that cost $5,000 more than the sneaker costs. Like there are sneakers that cost like $700 and the NFTs are thousands of dollars for them. Now, here's the issue.
What are you paying for? You're paying for storage?
Storage and the NFT.
Oh, what a value deal.
Here's the issue with that when you start wondering what is the legitimacy of any NFTs. Nike comes forward and they go, that's our intellectual property. How can you sell an NFT for an Air Jordan when you don't own the silhouette? You don't own the logo. You don't own anything. The only person that can sell, because an NFT, like it's the blockchain. You own the IP is important. It's not just a physical good. It's not just like, well, I can resell the sneaker because I bought the sneaker. Of course you can. There's nothing illegal about that. But there's the ownership of the NFT. It's almost like you own a piece of the brand at that point, right? You see what you follow me, Hot Dog?
The imaging, yeah.
Yeah.
And all that comes with it, yeah.
So Nike is sitting there going, no, like we're going to sell the NFTs of Nike shoes. They're our shoes. It would be like if an artist released an NFT, right? And then you screenshotted the NFT. And then you sold your screenshot of the NFT as a new NFT. And the artist would be like, what? You can't do that. And I'd be like, yeah, I'm doing it right now. It's just an NFT. You could do anything. So, I'm real interested to see how this turns out. Because theoretically, if StockX can sell NFTs of sneakers that they don't own the rights to the sneakers, then I can screenshot an NFT and sell the NFT of the screenshot of the NFT.
Can you imagine the nightmare explaining this to an old judge? You know how awful that's going to be?
How about that
judge who didn't know who didn't know how to use a phone? So typically he was like,
remember the Rittenhouse judge was like, no, I screen grabbed my text. There's no way. Like, explaining to that guy why you can or can't sell NFTs. There's no way. There's no way they're going to understand this. They're just going to make NFTs illegal because they don't want to deal with them.
I don't understand it. It's illegal.
Yeah. Yeah, but so Brie Larson has joined the camp. I mean, if you are taking financial advice, if you take medical advice from a podcaster or financial advice from a celebrity, I don't know what to tell you. But if you are rallying against a celebrity for talking about medical stuff, not even giving medical, but just talking about it, and you're okay with celebrities that are sitting there going, I want to give you some financial advice. Imagine if Beanie Babies, right? Imagine if Beanie Babies cost as much as a house. How very harmful that would be. I swear to God, middle-aged white women primarily could have sworn that Beanie Babies were never going to go out. I tell you what, my mom is one of them. She's got drawers full of the things. Sure.
There's still hope.
Oh, well, they could come back. Beanie Babies will come back, by the way. Trust me when I tell you, Beanie Babies will come back at some point. Not as strong, but everything, like, as kind of a retro fad thing. They will come back. But if they cost as much as a house, and everybody was like, yeah, I sold my house, but I got a bunch of NFTs, so it should be fine. And it just crashes. And I'm not saying NFT technology is going to be worthless. I don't think it will be. But the, like, art that's, like, nobody's going to be able to sell a Bored Ape art for, if you pay $200,000 for a Bored Ape NFT, you ain't getting it back. It's not going to happen.
This seems like a bridge point. Like this isn't the last stop. Something more valuable is going to come out that makes a lot more sense, but this is not the end game.
It's not.
So this is going to be useless.
Yeah, and you know how it's going to be useless? Because the celebrities are all on board with it. There's never been an example of anything that the celebrities were first to market on. The celebrities are never the first to tell you about this. Oh, you should really get in on this. Oh, the movie stars told me about it. I should definitely do it. That's not a thing. It's never happened. I mean, I'm just saying
this
that.
seems like Act 1 of an NFT documentary on Netflix. 5 years.
Oh, I can't wait until the documentary comes. Yeah, and they're sitting there and they're going through. They're going to play that clip from the Tonight Show. They're going to show the Brie Larson tweet. They're going to show all the Reese Witherspoon stuff. They're going to show vagina candles. They're going to show all of them. And then they're going to interview all the people that went broke because they listened to NFT celebrities. I hope there's nobody actually doing it. I can only hope, though. It's insane. It's a crazy, crazy thing. I'll tell you what is a suitable investment. SuperChats, okay? SuperChats, there's no runaround. Guess what? If you buy a SuperChat tonight, you're not going to be any better off tomorrow. It's not going to increase in value. But I'll tell you exactly what you're doing. You buy a super chat, it's going to get acknowledged on the show. If you'd like to be
You
acknowledged,
buy them, we read them.
that's it. If you'd like that level of acknowledgement and you think it's worth whatever the cost of a super chat is, pay for it. That's it. Pretty cut and dry. Pretty cut and dry. By the way, there's a rumor that Goldberg's going to be returning on SmackDown. Imagine if it's
Tonight?
Yeah. There's a rumor. I don't know. I read it on the internet. How great would it be if it was Whoopi Goldberg?
Yeah, she's got some extra time.
Yeah. That Corey dude, he says Grizzly Adams did have a beard. That's a good point. Sam, I heard your one question for Kim Kardashian for the first time. Brilliant. What was your favorite one question / answer? I'll tell you this. Okay. The one question interview was a favorite of mine because I would try to get the biggest celebrities I could. I got Taylor Swift with one, which was, do you like grapes? And Taylor Swift would just say yes. Like, I'd literally have a one-word audio of this celebrity, and that would be it. I think I asked Kim Kardashian, how often do you do grocery shopping? And it was in-person stuff. It was like, that was my thing for a while. My favorite one ever was Elton John. And it was a red carpet event. And Elton John was going crazy, like talking to people. And his publicist was so stressed out. And I was like, Miss, well, we're with SiriusXM. We just need 30 seconds with Elton John, and then we'll be out of your hair. We just need one quick soundbite, nothing controversial. It'll be great. One quick soundbite. And she's like, okay, I'll give you 30 seconds. 30 seconds. I'm like, one question. That's it. She's like, okay. And she's all frazzled and everything. And I'm like, and Elton John comes over, and I'm like, Sam Roberts, here with Elton John. Elton, how are you with technology? And he goes, I'm all right. And I go, thank you. And the publicist is so annoyed. She's like, that was nothing. Why
would she be annoyed?
Because I wasted her time. Like, she couldn't, why even give the 30 seconds? It did nothing. It promoted nothing. It was not worth anything. Oh, I'm all right.
It was
okay,
quick.
great.
It was safe.
That was my favorite.
What more can you ask for? Do you have footage of any of that, or was that just audio? Like any of them?
I used to not video a lot of them because it was just an extra step you would have to take. Like, you know, back in those days, like, not everything was being videoed. So the idea that if I was going to get, like, say, Kim Kardashian to do a one question, I would also have to get permission to video her. Taylor Swift, like, it's a big deal to get to video Taylor Swift. Right, so it's like, I didn't want to get through that hurdle. I got pictures of all of them, most of them, but I don't think I have video of the Elton John one. But that was a good one. Oh, it was great. The publicist was so annoyed. Nathan Gerald, I read yours. I appreciate you. Google Sucks says, Peckajuice, yum, yum, yum. Appreciate you. Ryan Cosman, thank you for the sticker. By the way, that YouTube sticker that you just send, it's as valuable as any NFT I've ever seen. Matt Guglielmo, Paisan. Commendatore, new episode of Sopranos Prima Volta is up now here on the channel. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit like, by the way. Some of you haven't hit like yet. Come on, we can hit like. Matt Guglielmo, Jim Mayo, Travis, $498. But Troy still needs to drink booger water. Never forget.
Ugh.
That's true. That's true. If Troy ever
the idea of that is, ugh.
Yeah. Greg Schmidt, I was about to smack that like button, but then heard a 30-year-old man say he randomly went to watch Encanto, then zoned out for 30 minutes, baffled. Well, you can hit like now. I can understand why that would completely throw you off and screw up the rest of your day, but yeah.
I suggest you go watch it. It's great.
Did you that real strong girl who has the house on her back? You know, under the surface.
Man, Grandma was such a bitch.
I don't know the plot of the film. I mean, that's the only benefit of it. Like, once it's on and the kids are zoned in, I can zone out.
Come on.
Like, I'm not watching those movies for my pleasure. Like, when I meet people that do, I'm like, what's wrong with you?
Like me?
Yes. Like there are so many other things I would rather watch, but I can't until after the kids go to bed because like I'm trying to watch Pam and Tommy and I can't watch stuff with talking penises in it with the kids around. Tyler Conrad, Mallory is as bad as Corn Pop. Come on, man. Come on, man. Google sucks. When can we expect more episodes of Towning Around? I would think whenever there's demand. I don't know what to tell you. And a lot of people are calling you a creep, Hot Dog. A lot of people.
I wasn't alone. I understand if a lonely 30-year-old man is watching a kids movie at the theater.
But it wasn't a date either.
That's sus. It wasn't a date, but
if I was going on a date and somebody was like, "Want to go see Encanto?" I'd be like, "No." Let's go to a different movie for sure. I'll go see Spider-Man. I'll go see Scream. I'll go see something, but not.
I said surprise me. I have no preference right now. I'm just out for good times. Let's just waste 2 hours. And I was pleasantly surprised.
What was your favorite song?
It wasn't the Bruno one. It was like it starts with an S. I forgot how it went.
Sus.
I'm surprised that the Bruno song is the
Sus Hot Dog. That's the song with the S. Sus Hot Dog. Yeah, Bruno's song is like the #1 song in the country right now.
Yeah, I'm surprised. It's very specific to the movie. Very specific to the plot.
We don't talk about Bruno.
Yeah, it's not Frozen. It's for sure.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I can't even have this conversation with you, Sam. You're just not aware at all about this movie.
No, you know what? I'll never break down any of these movies. Like those won't be franchise breakdowns on the show.
Don't worry, we'll have a Disney breakdown on my channel.
That is why you're a better person than me, because if I'm like, we're gonna do a horror movie franchise and break down these 11 movies, and Hot Dog, you are gonna stay interested through the whole thing, and you're like, cool, sounds good. If you were like, Sam, I'm gonna explain to you one of these Disney movies, I'd be like, fuck off. I'm not listening to any of this. Okay, Nathan Gerald says, don't let anyone Disney shame you, Hot Dog. I'll go to Disney World. It's fun, but I'm not going to watch, a bunch of Disney movies. It's crazy. Crazy.
Great music. Great
it's
lessons to be learned.
It's not great music. It's the same thing Lin-Manuel Miranda does for everything that he does. It's the same song over and over and over.
Well, the culture. You got to go for the culture.
In the Heights, Hamilton, and Encanto are all the same thing.
Oh, great.
All of them just feel like, I got some good tunes to play for you. And if you're not careful, you just might learn something. And I'm like, oh, I don't want that. I don't want this. I don't want this. I'm not like most teachers. I'm a cool teacher. Okay, thank you, Lin-Manuel. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, you did learn something.
Not from Encanto. I still don't know what the movie's about. You know more about it than me, and you only seen it once. I've seen it 158 times. All right, guys. I appreciate you. Don't forget to hit like. Oh, Bob Gable. Sam, do you think Spotify will suffer because Stuttering John is pulling his content? Oh, my God. I hope that's true. Somebody confirm that for me. I hope.
What is the list now?
I mean, Neil Young, Joni Mitchell, Stuttering John. I don't know. It's very short. Yeah, please. Somebody confirm that. Because that's hilarious if true. Oh, what about Tick Tick Boom? Yeah, same. It's all the same. Same exact song, same exact thing. Appreciate y'all. We'll hopefully
Ernie. Ernie, super chat.
Yes. You should figure out a way to take phone calls. Yeah, I would.
The technology just isn't there.
There are people who do call-in shows. I need to get a phone screener though. I couldn't just I'm not going to take blind calls. That's insane.
You could put one of the kids on it.
That's true, but they'd be sitting there going like, under the surface. I'm like, just screen the calls. Screen the calls. All right. Appreciate you all. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll be putting out clips from this show. I like all the feedback I'm getting on some of the shorter clips that I'm putting out from the shows. I'm going to keep doing that. I think that's the way to go instead of feeding the other channel that you just don't need so many channels. But just, a couple of highlights every week from the shows. I think it's working. Keep clicking those, hitting like on those, doing the thing. Subscribe. Appreciate you. See you on Wednesday. Have a good one, everybody.